You're watching Mr. Tony of the Dead, who is very much alive, so go figure. Enjoy!
Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. This one's on a movie called Comin at Ya. This is from MVD Entertainment, and it's directed by Ferdinando Baldio. And in this movie, we have Tony Anthony, Victorio Abril, and Jean Quintano. And what this movie is about, Tony Anthony plays a guy who's getting married, and on his wedding day, a bunch of criminals break into the church, and they end up kidnapping his wife, and then they end up shooting him, and they leave him for dead. Well, they think they killed him but they actually really didn't, and so his quest is now to go get his wife back and, you know, punish the people that took her away from him. This is a really cool looking movie. It's supposed to be in 3D, and you could tell that they were going for 3D. It was the movie that basically started 3D back in the 80s, like that inspired, you know, Friday the 13th Part 3 and Jaws 3D and many others. But it was the start of all that, and you could totally tell that, you know, because I didn't watch this in 3D. I don't have a 3D television, but the version of this, it comes in 2D and 3D, but you could totally tell that it was made for 3D because there's a lot of things coming at you real slowly, and that's what it is. It's the coming at you kind of like thing, like arrows and spears and bats and all this kind of stuff in the movie, just like kind of flowing right at the screen. And I honestly wish that I would have seen this in 3D because I don't know how good it would be, like, you know, quality wise, but it just looked like a lot of fun. And because they dwelled on those parts so long, you know, it kind of makes me, it really makes me wish I would have seen it in 3D. It looked like a lot of fun. But this movie has a really terrific look to it. It plays with it, and I don't know what this is called, but it's like where the background is black and white, and then they focus on one thing that's like a color, like where he's getting shot in the beginning at the church. It's all black and white, and then he gets shot. The blood comes out and it's all red, and it looked fantastic. It just looked incredible looking. I was like, that's really neat. You know, and the whole beginning of the movie, I'd say for the first, it seems like 5-10 minutes go by, and there's no dialogue. There's nobody talking at all. There's a lot of, like, you know, coming at you, the thing coming at the screen, and all that kind of stuff. But there's no talking, and I thought, wow, is this whole movie no dialogue? That'd be interesting. And then finally there was some, and he befriends this guy, this Scottish guy along the way, and basically they're both gonna help out. He's gonna help him out in finding his wife. And there's a part in this movie where there's apparently these bad guys take these women and they kind of like auction them off in a way. You know, I don't know if it's for good or if it's just for an hour, you know, one of those kind of things. But they keep all the women in their own like white dresses, and they all kind of like sleep in this dirty room. There's like stairs that go up to the top, and there's a dirt floor and everything. It's real scummy and dirty looking, and they all just kind of sleep like leaning on each other. It's kind of weird, like going all the way up the stairs, they're just leaning on each other. And there's a part where they hear something, and it's like, they're like, what is that? And they're like, shh, you know, listen. And they were all kind of sleeping at the time. It's waking each of them up, and all of a sudden all these bats come in, and it's the fucking best part of the movie, in my opinion. It's so funny. It's not supposed to be funny, but it's so cheesy funny that I loved it. I love the part so much. You could see that the bats are on strings, which, you know, being that it's in HD, I'm sure you could probably tell more, but back then probably you couldn't. But it was so like crazy. There's women dying because of getting bit by these bats, and they're just like, ah, there's like slow motion. It's coming down the stairs at them, like right into the screen, and it's so funny and such a good part. I absolutely love that part of the movie so much. And there's a lot of cool gunfights in this movie, of course, spaghetti western. And Tony Anthony, he does a great job. He's a very likable character. The bad guys, you don't want anything good to happen to them at all. They're just creeps, and you know, you just want something to happen to them, like I said. And you know, the name Tony Anthony, one where, you know, if your name is Tony, that's good enough. But to have Tony Anthony basically 2 Tonys in your name, you're golden. I mean, I'm only half golden. I got one name, Tony. But, you know, I just thought that was a very unique name, too. He's known for a lot of movies back then, too. And the director is known for, Blind Man Django and Prepare Coffin and, you know, those kind of things. And but Tony Anthony's a well-known spaghetti western actor, and unfortunately I never seen him in anything because I never was into spaghetti westerns, but I'm really getting into them now, and I think he did a terrific job, so I definitely want to see more movies with him in. He just has a look to him, like this cocky look, but like a you know he can kick your ass. Like he just has like a grin on him most of the time, but it's not a grin. I don't know, it's really weird to explain, but such a great character in this. And you know, the kills were pretty over the top, very action packed in it, and like there's a part where it's just him and they just keep on coming in the room like one at a time, and he just starts taking them out. It's like, go all together, you know, don't just one at a time. It's pretty intense. It's a really good movie. I enjoyed this movie. I didn't think I would from the very beginning of the movie, the way how slow it was, and I thought everything's going to be trying to go right at you, but there's awesome scenes. It's kind of like there's a lot of mini bosses if you think about it. Like in the gang, there's like the Native American guy who like you know, shoots arrows at him, and you can see the arrows coming at the screen with fire, and it looks really cool. Again, that would look awesome in 3D. There's like and he was also throwing like spears at him that were like coming at the screen. It looked really cool. There's like a bigger guy, and then of course you have the main villain, and you know, like in a lot of movies, so it's like there's a bunch of mini bosses that he has to get through before he gets to the main boss. And it was a really good movie. It seemed like a quick watch. It's not a long movie, hour and a half or so, maybe a little longer, but it was a good watch. It definitely didn't bore me at all, and I really enjoyed it. So I definitely recommend this movie. And you know, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna put the trailer in the description box. You can go check out the trailer, but I will warn you, it does give spoilers. So if you've seen this movie before and you really want to see the trailer again, check it out. And you know, it's kind of a cool trailer the way they highlight some things, like the bat scene. They like highlight the bats blue, like a neon blue around it. I don't know why I did that, but it looks pretty cool. But I'm just warning you, if you do watch the trailer, there is some spoilers in it, like big time spoilers. I'm just going to say that. But yeah, so there, I'll put the trailer in the description. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and AMNIO. So that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.